The last video here, we're going to talk about establishing credit and how to use it, and then just a little bit different types of credit cards and credit that you'll encounter along the way. To establish credit, like I said earlier, you got to start paying bills on time. Typically, to have a cell phone and be able to pay those bills, you do need a bank account. So open a bank account at your local bank. Make sure you have money in it so you're able to pay your bills. How do you get a credit card? You got to be 18. A lot of you might be getting those in the mail now. Um, you also can get them through banks. Big thing with credit card is make payments on time. Usually when you buy the item, you have 30 days to either pay it all off or make a payment before any interest is charged. Okay. So let's say I have a credit card and I spend $200 on just various items, some groceries, maybe some video games, some clothes, and it's the first of the month. That $200 is due back to the credit card in full, by payment in 30 days. After the 30 days, I'm not in trouble or anything, but they're going to start charging me interest for the money on there. So to use a credit card wisely, after you use it each month, pay off the full balance. So what is on there? So if it's $200, make a payment to the credit card company, pay it for $200 so that balance on that card is zero. And a credit card works exactly it was pretty similar to a debit card. You swipe it, and then it'll calculate what you owe, and then you get a credit card statement every month. It looks a lot like a debit card. Debit card takes out of your bank account. Credit card is its own separate account. Biggest thing is you got to use credit wisely. Otherwise, it can become a bad thing. You got to pay bills on time. Don't buy foolish things with a credit card. So don't go to Walmart and buy a bunch of pop, candy, food that is not a necessity for you. I mean, it should be, maybe you need to put a new set of tires on the car. The furnace went out. Major things. You start going to McDonald's, spending $20 on your credit card, and then not paying it back for a long time. Let's say it takes you 6 months to pay back that $20 on McDonald's. That $20 at McDonald's now costs you $75. It's not worth it. Okay, so have really good practices when using a credit card. Okay, buy now, pay later can be a good thing if used correctly. Pay off that balance by the end of the month. Don't use it for foolish things. Okay, you don't want to use more than 30% of your credit. Okay, so let's say you had a credit limit is how much you can charge on that card. Each account's a little different for credit cards, and each company's a little different. But let's say they give you $1,000 maximum credit limit on your card. That you do not want to spend more than $300 of that at a time. Sorry. Okay, you really don't want to be over 10%, but you don't want to be over 30%. So that'd be $300. And things happen in life. Maybe the engine goes out in your car and you don't have enough money, so you put it on your credit card and you got to make payments. That makes sense. Okay, it's not something foolish. Credit cards are there for real large expenses that come out of nowhere that'll take you a long time to pay back. Okay, and credit cards think of it like a loan. You're going to pay them back, the credit card companies, over a long period of time. With card payments, typically they are once a month, monthly, but you can pay as many times if you would like. Okay. And just keep up on that, otherwise it'll get bad for you and they'll start hounding you. So use credit cards wisely. Alternative types of credit cards, you have department stores like a Cabela's card, a Kohl's card. I've had American Eagle card and a Kohl's card. They have lower credit limits, meaning they won't let you charge as much. So American Eagle might be a $1,500 card. But they have department store cards have really high interest rates compared to a Visa or a Discover card. Make sure you really pay the balance off at the end of the month or 30 days. Otherwise, the interest rate will go sky high on you. And they're not good for your credit history if they're used poorly. Okay. Another thing to talk about is secure credit. Secure credit's a way to link an asset to something that you own that is worth money to a credit card or a loan. Okay. So if let's say I need money to start a restaurant. I need